Is there like a story you have for like an error or some feature that was like a bug that was found early on that?
Yeah, this was before public release. I think we were in, so public release was 0.1.12. And I think this was like 0.1.6 or something really early. Justin Johnson, who was interning at Fair, who's a student at Stanford.
Yes, I think I've seen some of his computer vision videos.
Yeah, so he co-runs the CS231 and course on ConNets at Stanford. So he was doing his research, and then he was like, my networks are in training, and I started investigating. It turns out if you have a non-contiguous tensor and sent it through a linear layer, it would just give you garbage results.
Just garbage.
And we were like, oh man, that just sounds bad.
Yes.
So we had pretty robust unit testing, but we forgot to add non-contiguous checks to all of our unit tests. So that was a particularly fun one.
That's a big bug. That's good though that someone notices it before going fully public. And one of the reasons why I like PyTorch is, especially for teaching, it just merges so nicely with Python, which a lot of our students already know, and it's something that's like fairly intuitive to pick up as a programming language. And but I think about Python, and I also think of there's a trade-off there where the readability comes at a cost of it being a little bit slow. Yeah. So maybe you could talk a bit about that design decision. Yeah.
Initially, when we wrote PyTorch, the entire internal autograd engine is all written in Python. And then one of our aims for PyTorch was that it should be very imperative, very usable, very Pythonic, but at the same time as fast as any other framework out there. So we put special focus on that, and one of the consequences of that was like large parts of PyTorch live in C++, except whatever is user-facing is still in Python, so that you can attach your debugger, you can print, like all of those are still very, very hackable. But yeah, it gives you the best of both worlds, where it's like the main parts that the user land would need to know are in Python, but any of the critical parts that are internals, they're all in C++.
Okay, that makes sense.